Umunam non. Welcome, my people, and thank you for making out time to attend our virtual symposium, Disruptions, Breaks, and Ruptures. My name is Yvonne Chioma Mbanefo, and I am one of the conveners of the annual International Igbo Conference. The annual Igbo Conference is organized in partnership with SOAS University of London and City University of London. And our aim in organizing this conference every year is to create a space for academics and members of the community to come together and start conversations about Igbo studies and in the process promote Igbo language, Igbo culture, and Igbo heritage. The 9th edition of this conference was due to be held for the first time in Nigeria July this year, but we had to cancel it due to the pandemic. So 3 weeks ago, we decided to keep the conversation going by organizing this virtual symposium. Before we proceed with this virtual symposium, we have to start with a very important Igbo tradition, which is Iwoji, breaking of the kolanut. For those of you that are not so familiar with Igbo culture, breaking of the kolanut is the first thing that has to happen before any event or any meeting takes place. Breaking of the kolanut is just like breaking bread or communion. It is a communion and is usually broken by the oldest man in the event. So essentially, what he usually does is to offer prayers and to God and to the ancestors for the event to go very well and for all of us to achieve what we set out to achieve in the event. There is a saying that Oji Anara Nu Oyibo. So loosely translated, it means that the kolanut doesn't understand English. So kolanut is always broken in Igbo language. We are very honored that one of the oldest ruling monarchs in Igbo land agreed to break the kolanut for this event. His name is Igwe K O Orizi, and he's the Igwe of Nnewi Kingdom. And incidentally, he's been on the throne since 1963. So he's been on the throne for a pretty long time, 57 years. So it's a special honor for us that he agreed to do this. So now Igwe Orizu will break the kolanut.
Chineke ekekere ụwa ka ọ bịa nọrọ anyị n'ụwa ndị Igbo, anyị bụ ndị Igbo. Oge mbụ ọ na-abịa na Naịjirịa dị mpaghara n'atọ: Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo. Abịa ha agụ ha gụọ Igbo, agụghị Igbo, mana onye na-agụ na amara ebe ọ na-agụ. Ma kịta ọ na-adị dị ka asị na ndị Igbo a na-elezi ha azụ, akpaghị ha n'azụ. Naịjirịa na-eme ibe a na-eme. Ọ na-ayọ Chineke ka ọ bịa gbajikwara anyị, kụziere anyị, ka ọ bịa redirecti anyị, ka anyị matakwa ife ahụ anyị ji ewere Igbo. Oge mbụ 1950s, 1960s, ọ na-abụ ụbọchị a na-eme Igbo Day. Ọ na-adị ka a na-agba Krismas. Nke ebiri nke na oge mbiri ka na-ebiri nke oge ọrụ oyibo. Ọ ga-eji Igbo eme ọnụ. Igbo ndị eji eme ọnụ ndị Igbo. Ọtụtụ anyị ọzọ ka anyị gbakọtara ife anyị ji ewere Igbo azụ na-eme ma agba emegheri mba ọrụ mmegheri ka anyị na-eme etu osisi anyị. maka Chineke ịgbakọta ya azụ ọgbakọta gị azụ anyị ahụ echekwudozi Chineke anyị na-emezi mpụ na-emezi ife masịrị anyị wee na-ayọ Chineke ka ọ dọchigha anyị azụ ka ọ kpuchigha anyị azụ ka anyị mụtakwa ife anyị ji wụrụ ife eji asụ anyị oge mgbe a na-eze anyị ndụ Hausa na-eze anyị ndụ Yoruba na-eze anyị ndụ kịta azụ ọdụrụ ọzọ etu a oge mbụ akpọ oku a na-akpọ Naijiria Igbo anọghị ya ọ bụrụ na nkịtị akịta azụ akpọ oku Igbo anọghị ya na-emere ife sọra ọ na-ayọ Chineke ka ọ bịa dọchigha anyị azụ ka anyị mata n'ọnụ ka anyị matara n'ọnụ ife na-akpa anyị o mere anyị ya Igbo ndị eji eme ọnụ o kwesịrị ụka efichapụ ha na Naijiria bịa kụziere anyị bịa doziere anyị ka ọ dụkwara anyị mma ọ dụghara anyị ma anyị echeta obi Chineke na were nụrụ olu nwa gị na-achị Nnewi were ọrụ ị na-arụ na Nnewi wee jekwu n'ala Igbo ka Igbo nwetakwa onwe ha ihe na ka nna ya ya bụrụ n'uche n'ihe emere nye n'aha Jizọs ka ha bụrụ n'uche na ife dị n'ụwa bụ ikwe na ịnọ echetaghị ikwu na ịnọ echefuo so ka ekwuwa na ha nọ na-enegara ife niile anya otu ike n'ebe ha nọ kwuru otu ike maka Igbo ndị na-eje obodo niile anaghị eje obodo anaghị eme ka obodo dị mma to ebe a na-eme ka obodo dị mma obodo a na-eje dị mma na-etu a ka Chineke simkwa mee ka adịghị mma ana m ayọ ndị niile nọ na kọnferensị a ha bụrụ n'uche o kwere onye si na ya nọ mmadụ nọ ma iche onye nọ echefuo ka ha jisie ike chekwudo Chineke na ife na ha na-ezube ma ife ha na-ero na emere ha n'afọ Jizọs. Amen.
Hello, my name is Louisa Egbunike. I'm one of the conveners of the Igbo conference. I'm also a senior lecturer in the Department of English at City University of London. And I wanted to welcome you to our virtual symposium. As Yvonne mentioned, we were supposed to be having a conference at the University of Nigeria in Nsukka this year. And due to the global pandemic, that hasn't been possible. And so I just wanted to say a few words about the theme of this virtual symposium, disruptions, breaks and ruptures. And it probably is apparent why we've gone with this theme. Around the world, we've all been affected in different ways by this pandemic. For many of us, this has included a period of being on lockdown, of being inside. Our normal patterns of life have been disrupted. For many people living in precarious positions, this has been a loss of income, a loss of jobs, a loss of earnings. And this pandemic really has, in a way that we haven't seen, at least not in my lifetime, placed the world, reminded us of our connectivity, but also sort of reorientated us. It's a sort of break moment, it's a rupture moment. We're constantly being told that things won't be the same again, that things are forever changed. And since the lockdown, the death of George Floyd, the protests happening around the world, pushing for justice, racial justice, has been another form of disruptions. And so we wanted to take this opportunity to really stop and think, and within the context of our own work, thinking about the Igbo world, thinking about those moments in history in which things shifted, things changed, and thinking about the trajectories of these key historical moments. So an obvious one would be the kind of colonial enterprise in Igbo land and how it reconfigured and restructured society, identity, ideas of belonging and home. That's just one of the multiple topics that we're going to be looking at over the next few days. But this period has given us the opportunity to sit down, to reflect, and to think. And so when we're thinking about disruptions, we're not always talking about something negative. We're also talking about moments where power structures have been disrupted, where practices that might have been harmful have been altered, talking about new beginnings as well. So there's a combination of disruptions that have served negative purposes, but also disruptions that have created moments of rebirth, regeneration, renewal. And these are the kinds of conversations that we're going to be having over the next few days, and we hope that you enjoy, that you take part in these conversations, continue these conversations on different social media platforms. Sign up for our mailing list at igboconference.com if you want to hear more about the work we do. But yes, enjoy and be part of these hopefully fruitful and informative discussions. Thank you.
Hello and welcome. My name is Onyinye and I am the Speaker Logistics and Conference Coordinator for the Igbo Conference. This year, we asked our speakers to send in videos on the theme of disruptions on the Igbo timeline. We are so excited to share with you what we have in store for the next 3 days. Wednesday, we will have some amazing speakers focusing on the themes of Igbo arts, music, and storytelling. Thursday, we're going to have some talks exploring the themes of identity, nationalism, climate change, female leadership, and African futurism. Friday, our final day, we will have talks around the themes of Igbo community formations, traditional practices, and Igbo cosmology. Finally, I'd like to thank everyone that was involved in making this event possible. Our organizing team, who has been working round the clock to get the conference up and running. Our fantastic speakers who have sent in some amazing talks. Our sponsors and everyone that has supported us throughout this journey, who has shared and spoken about what we're about to do in the next coming days. And finally, I'd like to thank you, the viewers. We encourage you to like and comment the YouTube videos as they premiere on the channel. We also encourage you to share them on social media using the hashtag Igbo Conference 2020. Thank you.